All right, here we go. Lori, thanks for that. Yes, everyone can be dressed exactly as you would like to be for class. That's one of the benefits to a home practice. So, take a moment to find your comfortable seat. Whatever that happens to look like in your body this morning, always remembering that you have choices. So you can sit with your legs folded if that's comfortable for you. You're also welcome to bring them out or to have one in and one out. You can also sit on something. So if it's more comfortable for you to sit with your tailbone raised, you can sit on a block or a cushion. So what I most want is for you to find a way to be seated comfortably so that you can begin to relax. Once you've found that comfortable seat, allow your eyes to close and begin to cultivate some nice, deep belly breathing. Really giving yourself that full freedom of air. Breathe low and slow and fully. Now, as you breathe, we will begin to feel some movement going with that breath. So on your inhale, roll your spine out nice and long, sit tall on your mat. And then exhale, soften a little bit. Inhaling, rolling your spine out nice and long, sitting tall. And exhale to soften. Just beginning to feel that connection of breath and movement. On your next inhale, sweep your fingertips out to the side, all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. And then let's feel that again. Inhaling, opening out and up. Exhaling through heart center. Inhaling to open. And then simply continue to follow this movement, these sun breaths on your breath. Move at your pace. Now, as you breathe, as you move, begin to feel welcome to change this movement. So if you discover that it would feel good to linger in part of this stretch, to sustain, or to change the pattern in any way, begin to do so, to use this space of movement meditation to sort of feel into your body and see how it's doing today. Just notice what needs to move, what feels nice right now. And then nice and gently and gradually find your way back to seated. Draw your hands to heart center and close your eyes. Let's take a moment to set our intention for our practice today. So choose a word or an emotion, an idea that you'd like to work with. Today is May Day. It is Beltane in the old Celtic world. And so the word I am choosing today is joy. And you're welcome to take that one with me if you'd like. Once your intention is set, simply release your hands down, walk them forward and sweep your feet around behind you. We're going to find tabletop. So in tabletop, wrists come beneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We feel nice and stable here. Ooh, doggy, there we go. On your inhale, roll your heart forward and tip your tailbone to the sky. Then exhale, coil your belly in and drop the crown of your head. And then inhale, roll it open. Exhaling, coiling in. Now, if this feels amazing, if cat-cow is exactly where you need to be, you stay right here. If you'd like to, you're also welcome to begin to explore some free-form movement. So you can shift from side to side, forward or back, whatever you need to do to stretch out the muscles of your back and maybe even into your hips and shoulders. And then find your way back to center, back to your tabletop. Draw your knees together underneath your hips so that they're centered. On your inhale, extend your right leg long and lower the tip of your toe down to the mat. So let's feel a nice deep stretch on that side. Begin to press into your right heel, stretching out that right calf. Now, if you notice that this is too much, you can come out of the stretch a little bit and soften. You're also welcome to find a slow wave pattern here, rolling out and then back in again. So finding a nice slow pattern with that stretch. So not a bounce, but a slow wave pattern. And then come back to center, lower your right knee down. Inhale, extend that left leg long, lower your toe to the mat, and let's begin to stretch that side out. So we'll press into that left heel. Again, remembering you have choices. You can sustain or find that slow wave pattern rolling into and out of the stretch. And it just depends on what feels better in your body today. And then lower that left knee all the way back down to the mat. Now we are going to meet in forward fold. So there are a couple ways to get there. You can walk your hands back or step your feet forward. Either way it works. Once you find your way to your forward fold, remember you can place a block under your hands to help support that fold, or you can just surrender into that space. Now, in my body, it feels nice if I rock back and forth in forward fold. If that's something that you enjoy as well, feel free to explore it, or just stay in that fold. The whole point of forward fold is a mild inversion, which draws our heart below our hips, and it allows the spine to begin to stretch out. And then as you are ready, exhale, bend your knees, roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale, rise and open, sweep your fingertips to the sky, and exhale, hands come to heart center. Now, take a moment right here to set up your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat. So you can release your hands down, plant your feet, you want them parallel, facing forward, aligned underneath your hips. And then bring your hands to your belly and start by giving your belly some love. So in Ayurveda, in some of the philosophy that underpins yoga, our digestive fires, our fires of personality, are contained in our bellies. And today, May Day, is all about the rekindling of fire, of hope and life. So maybe feel a little bit of those digestive fires, that Agni, that deep transforming power within you, waking up in your belly. And then bring your hands to rest on that little triangle of muscles just beneath your navel. Draw your belly in and allow your tailbone to lengthen. And we're going to keep all of that as we roll our shoulders back and down, palms face forward. On your inhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, pour forward, bow over your legs. Bend your knees enough that your fingertips can touch down to a set of blocks or to your mat. And then inhale, step your right foot back to lunge. Lower that right knee down. Now, check in with your alignment real quick. We want to make sure that left knee is directly over that left ankle. If we have that foot really far back, it puts a lot of pressure on the kneecap and in the calf. So we just want to move that foot forward, and that helps keep us safe. Plant your hands. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, let your hips draw you back as that left leg begins to lengthen. And then inhale forward. Try to melt your right hip toward the earth. Exhaling, shifting back, lengthening. Inhaling forward, melting the right hip. And just follow your breath, flowing back and forth. Let your next inhale bring you all the way forward to lunge. Knees come beneath the hips. Let's bring those blocks wide. If we're using them, find your tabletop again. And let's keep moving our spines. So on your inhale, roll your heart forward. Exhaling to coil, yogi's choice right here. You can stay in cat-cow, or you can begin to find sahaja, free-form, serpentine movement in the spine and back and shoulders. Again, just exploring whatever would feel good today. And then come back to stillness at the center. Inhale to look forward. Step your hands, one hand span forward. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. So we're going to find ourselves in half plank here. And in half plank, we want our knees, hips, and shoulders to be in one long line. Take a moment, do it wrong first. Slump through your midsection. Feel that it's awful. And then dial your core in. So we stay nice and strong through the belly. Bend your elbows. Float your way all the way down to the mat. And then walk your toes back, create plenty of space. Bring your fingertips wide, they can come off the mat. Begin to roll one shoulder and then the other. Free your spine, creating openness and space. Sahaja movement, serpentine. Return your hands to beneath your shoulders. Turn your toes under, press back. Find tabletop, or if it's open to you, you're also welcome to take downward facing dog here. Wherever you've landed, find some movement. So if you're in tabletop, maybe that's cat-cow or freeform spinal movement. If you have found yourself in downward facing dog, use this as an opportunity to walk out your dog. So bend one knee and then the other. Remember to shift your shoulders, sway your spine. Just easing into our practice today. Find your way into stillness. Come to a neutral spine. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to step your left foot forward between your hands. So we're going to, I just thought that wrong. You're going to step your right foot forward between your hands. So once that right foot is forward, set up your nice safe lunge. So grabbing your blocks again if you'd like to. Remembering to bring that right ankle directly below that right knee so that we don't have a deep angle facing backward. Just move your foot forward if you need to. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, draw your hips back. Let the back of that right leg lengthen. And then inhale, forward to lunge. Now, as you flow here, remember that you have options, right? You can always walk those blocks forward and back, or just walk your hands forward and back if you need to. Let your next inhale bring you all the way forward to lunge. Turn your left toes under, lift your back knee, look forward and step together and soften. Surrender into your forward fold. Again, if it would feel good, you're welcome to find a little movement here. You can also find your elbows and dangle in ragdoll. Try to relax the back of your head and your neck. Let the crown of your head reach toward the earth. And then bend your knees. Exhale, roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale, rise and open. Exhale, hands to heart center. Check in with your Tadasana. You can release your hands down. If you need to reset, that's fine. Just reroute your feet. Strong core, open heart. On your inhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way forward. This time, inhale, halfway rise. Your hands can come to your shins or to your thighs. Roll your collarbones forward. And then exhale to fold. On the inhale, we're going to feel that one more time. Inhaling, halfway rise. And exhale to fold. One last time, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway rise. And exhale, this time roll your way all the way up to standing. Inhale, rise and open. And exhale, full bow all the way over, fully surrendering, bending your knees, planting your fingertips. Inhale to step your left foot back to lunge. Lower that left knee down. So let's take our stretch, our flowing lunge a little deeper this time. On your inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift back. This time, right toes rise. So this gets a deeper stretch along the back of the leg. Inhaling forward, melt that left hip. Exhaling, shifting back. And remember, you can walk your blocks back and forth with you as well. Let your next inhale bring you forward to lunge. Knees together. Plant your hands tabletop. Walk your hands one handspan forward and shift your shoulders over your wrists. So again, half plank, and we're going to get nice and strong here. So engage your core. So we're going to feel that lift, that buoyancy, press into the floor. Feel the buoyancy in your shoulders. On your exhale, bend your elbows 1 inch. Inhale back up, plank. Exhale, 2 inches. Inhaling back up. Now this time on this third exhale, come down nice and slowly all the way to the mat. With control. And then soften. Walk your toes back, create space. Again, fingertips can come wide. Roll one shoulder and then the other. Creative cobra. Return your hands to beneath your shoulders. Press back, tabletop, or downward facing dog, yogi's choice. Once you've landed, inhale to look forward. Exhale to step your left foot forward between your hands. Lower your back knee if it's lifted and grab your blocks if you're using them. So again, we just keep that lunge nice and safe, the left ankle directly under the knee. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, let your hips draw you back. This time, left toes rise, that deeper stretch. Inhaling forward to lunge, melt your hip. And exhale, shifting back. I'm just enjoying that stretch, that deep breath. Let your next inhale bring you all the way forward to lunge. Turn your right toes under, lift that back knee. Look forward and step together. And fold. Again, trying to let your head relax, let your neck be long. Dangle a little bit if it would feel good. Come back to stillness at the center. Bend your knees. Exhale, roll your way up. Inhale, rise and open. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reset your Tadasana if you need to. So replacing those feet on the ground, engaging your core, rolling your shoulders back and down. Inhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Plant your fingertips. Inhale, step your right foot back to lunge. Lower that right knee down. So let's walk our hands up our left knee. We want to feel nice and stable here. If you find that this is an unstable position for you, you can bring a block to just by your right hip. That way you can plant a hand there if you need to. So once you're up, let's add some arms. Inhale, sweep your fingertips forward and up. Exhale, open out to either side. Nice deep stretch. Inhaling, opening. And exhale. And on this exhale, both hands come down to the mat. Knees together, tabletop. Walk your hands one handspan forward. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. For those of you who are feeling ambitious today, of course, you can also do plank here. So full plank or half. Bend your elbows and slowly float your way down to the mat. Remember to just come down if it gets to be too much. Walk your toes out to either side. Now this time, let's bring our fingertips to directly beneath our shoulders. So when we move into Cobra Pose, we want to keep the backs of our necks really long. So turn to gaze at the mat. And you can find a nice long neck here. Keep that as you roll your shoulders all the way forward, up and back and down, squeezing together. Exhaling to soften. 2 more times, rolling open. And just feeling that beautiful stretch across the heart. And release. Turn your toes under, press back. Tabletop or downward facing dog, your choice. Once you have landed, inhale to look forward. Exhale to step your right foot forward between your hands. So we're going to get stable here again. Make sure that right ankle is directly underneath that right knee. We're going to walk the hands up. If you're feeling unstable here, remember, you can place a block right here by your left hip so you have something to grab just in case you fall off your balance. On your inhale, sweep your fingertips forward and up. Exhale, opening out. Inhale. On this exhale, both hands come down to the mat. Plant your fingertips. Turn your left toes under, lift that back knee. Look forward and step together. And bow. Surrender. Once again, finding a nice fold. Finding movement if that would feel good. Just releasing into this space, into this beautiful lunar space. And then come to stillness. Bend your knees. Exhale, roll your way all the way up. Inhale, rise and open. Sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a moment, reset your Tadasana once again. And then inhale, halfway rise. Sorry, rising and opening. Now you know what's coming. Exhale to fold. On your inhale, halfway rise. Roll your heart forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale to soften. Inhaling halfway. Exhale. So last time we're going to sustain. Bring your fingertips to your shins or your thighs. Roll your collarbones open. So we want to feel our shoulders rolling back and down. Nice flat back here. Core stays engaged. Really stretch. Stretch your heart and your hips away from each other. Now I can feel this in my hamstrings and in my back, so you might as well. And exhale, release. Soften. Inhale to rise and open, rolling the rest of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and now full surrender. Inhale, rise. Exhale, long, slow descent forward. Fold, bend your knees. Plant your fingertips. Inhale to step your left foot back to lunge and lower that left knee down. Walk your hands up your right knee. Again, feel free to grab a block if it'll help you feel stable. So this time we're going to put it together. Inhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, shift back. Right toes rise, fingertips can touch down or sweep behind you. Inhale to open. Exhaling, shifting back, bowing. On this next exhale, both hands come down to the mat. Tabletop. Walk your hands one hand span forward. Shift your shoulders forward. Find half plank or full, again, depending on how you're feeling today. Stay strong through the core as you bend your elbows. Float your way down. And let's let our last heart opener in our opening namaskars be nice and wide. Bring your fingertips wide. Creative cobra. Roll out your shoulders. Return your hands to beneath your shoulders. Press back, tabletop or downward facing dog, yogi's choice. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to step your left foot forward between your hands. So again, setting up a nice safe lunge, left knee over the ankle, and then walk your hands up. Feel free to position a block by that right hip to help stabilize you. On your inhale, sweep your fingertips forward and up. Exhale, opening out. Inhale, rising and opening. And this time, let's shift back. Left toes rise. Fingertips can touch down or sweep behind you. Inhale to open. Exhaling, shifting back. On this next exhale, both hands come down to the mat. Turn your right toes under, lift your back knee, look forward, and step together. Soften, surrender. Bend your knees, exhale, roll your way up. Inhale, rise and open. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release. Let's come all the way down to the mat for core cultivation. Now for today, we're going to start our core cultivation in the base pose for Navasana or boat pose. So we're going to find a comfortable V seat. And what I mean by that is having your feet firmly planted, both feet touching down, nice deep bend in your knees, and then root your sits bones down. And you want to be sitting forward on them so you can easily lean forward. So if you're hanging on for dear life here, scoot your glutes back a little bit and sit forward. Now, from here, let's bring our fingertips to the nooks of our knees. Engage your belly, roll your shoulders back and down, heart stays lifted, we stay long. On your exhale, begin to hinge back until you find that spot where you can feel your core working. Then inhale forward. Exhale, shifting back. Inhaling forward. So yogi's choice right here. You can keep your fingertips behind your knees, or if you would like to add on a little more heat, you can float your hands free. Now keep your spine nice and long. Maybe you find a little more challenge here, a little more movement. Sorry if you can hear the dog. I think the neighbors are outside and that always makes him cranky. Let your next inhale bring you all the way forward. I like to rock back and forth. That can make my body feel really nice. If that feels good for your body, go ahead and do so, or just surrender, softening. And then roll your way all the way back up. From here, we'll roll down onto our backs. Start just by drawing your knees into your chest and rocking from side to side. And I'm going to close my office door real quick in the hope that cuts that sound down. Come to stillness. From here, we're going to extend our feet to the sky. So we're going to press into our heels, finding a nice long stretch along the backs of the legs. Palms face down, shoulders are relaxed. On your next exhale, lower your right heel down. Maybe that's a 45-degree angle, maybe it's more, maybe it's less. Inhale to center, and exhale, lower on that left side. Inhaling to center. So once again, you have choices. So you can stay right here in yoga scissors. If this is cultivating, if it's work, you stay right here. If you would like to add on your exhale, when you lower that right heel, reach your right arm across your body. Inhale to center. Left heel lowers, left arm reaches. So we're just adding a little bit more control, a little more movement right here to this little particular vinyasa. And remember, whatever heel is down, that's the arm that's reaching across if you're choosing the twisting variation. And come back to center, let it go. Again, rocking from side to side if that would feel good. Okay, last one. Draw your knees toward your chest and let them open out to either side. So we're keeping a nice deep bend in that knee. Knees are moving toward our armpits. Press your heels to the sky while keeping that bend in the knee. On your exhale, press your hands between your feet. Inhale to come back down toward the earth. Exhale, pressing away. Inhaling, coming back down. So again, choices, right? You can stay right here, pulsing in supine crow. You're also welcome to add on. If you choose that route on your inhale, extend your arms and legs away from each other into pike, and then exhale, coiling into crow. Inhaling, opening. Remember, do the practice that is right for your body. There are 10,000 places to be in every yoga practice, and all of them are correct. On this next exhale, let it all go. Draw your knees in and rock from side to side. Stretch it out. Come to center, to stillness. Rock forward to seated, and we're all going to make our way up to standing. Okay, so let's do a little fascia stretching again today, that arm sequence that we've begun working into a lot of our classes. So what I'd like you to do is bend your right arm and turn your palm to face away from you. Press into the heel of your right hand as you extend that arm. And remember, fascia stretches feel a little weird. It's not exactly pain, but it's also not exactly pleasant. So if this is too much, bend your elbow a little bit, and that'll take the stress off. You can stay right here, or if it's open to you, you can begin to track that arm behind you, feeling areas that might need a little more stretching. And it is normal to feel a little bit of tingling here. And then come all the way back to center, lower that right arm down, wiggle it out a little bit. And let's feel that on the left side. Bend your left arm, turn your palm to face away from you. Press into the heel of your left hand, very active arm, just pressing away. And again, a little bit of an odd sensation. If it's too much, bend your elbow. Stay right here, or if it's open to you, you're welcome to track that arm behind you. And again, just going at your pace, at your level of stretch. And then come back to center, release it out, wiggle that left arm out a little bit. Okay, reach your right arm out to the side, up and over, reaching to the left. We're going to root that edge of the right foot, and we're going to try to open that entire right side here. So really get a nice deep side stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Let's feel that on the other side. Left arm reaches out and up and over, over, stretching to the right. And again, we're going to root the edge of that foot. So that left foot is rooting down. Try to stretch that entire left side, getting lots of space between our intercostals. And come back to stillness. So from here, let's also do a little bit of tricep stretching. So I'm going to take a knee. That way you can see my arms really well. You can stay standing. On your inhale, sweep your right arm out and up and over. Now bend that elbow and just allow that right hand to kind of fall behind you somewhere. Maybe it touches your head, maybe it dangles. Bring your left hand over and find that elbow. Now, engage your belly. You've probably got your rib cage popping out right now, so let your core become strong again, drawing that in. And then begin to draw in on that right elbow, stretching out that tricep. And just breathing. And release. We'll feel that on the other side. So the left arm reaches out to the side, up and over. Bend your elbow. Again, letting your left hand fall somewhere. So maybe behind your head, maybe between your shoulder blades. Reach your right arm out and up and over. Find that elbow. And again, engage your core, right? So we draw ourselves back into alignment and then begin to draw on that left elbow, stretching out that left tricep. Remember to breathe. And release. Roll it out a little bit. Sweep your fingertips up overhead, interlace. Turn your palms to face the sky, engage your belly, and just stretch up and back. Nice, deep, full body stretch. And exhale, lower your hands down, turning them to face you as you do. Bring them about to shoulder level and press them away from you as you lower the crown of your head. Get a nice deep stretch across the back of your shoulders, really making a rounded shape here. And come back to center, release it out, wiggle it out if you need to. So we're going to do some stretching across our chest. So we're going to be doing a little bit of work in Anahatasana and heart pose today. So before we move into heart pose, take a moment, sweep your hands to the sky. And then exhale, lower them behind you. Interlace your fingers and let your hands rest at the small of your back. Now, before we lengthen our arms, we're going to engage our bellies. So we want to feel nice and strong through the core, tailbone reaching long. On your inhale, lift your heart. Lengthening your arms, core stays strong. Exhale to soften. Inhaling again, rolling open. Exhaling, and one more time. And release. Wiggle it out a little bit. So we're going to feel that same energy again, either staying in the Anahatasana we started with, or maybe adding on a little bit. So on your inhale, lengthen fingertips to the sky. Exhale, sweep behind you. Start by interlacing. Now, engage your core. Depending on where your practice is today, maybe you lengthen your arms and lift your heart here. Maybe you keep that core strong as you bring your fingertips to the small of your back. If you've chosen that route, inhale and lift from behind your breastbone, lifting from that heart space, opening out to the sky. Exhale to soften a little bit. Inhaling, engage your belly, and then roll your heart open. Exhale, and one last time, Anahatasana. And release. Roll it out. So let's step that right foot forward and that left foot back. We're going to dial that left foot out to the side. So we're setting up our warrior two pose. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so we will be able to see. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Again, dialed out to the side, hearts are open. Inhale, sweep your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhaling to open. Draw all of that light, all of that springtime energy down into your heart. One more time. Exhaling, and then radiate that energy out to either side. Flip your right hand to face the sky. Inhale, sweep up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, right hand or right elbow to that knee. Reach your left arm long, extended side angle. Inhaling up and back. And exhale. And we just follow Dancing Warrior for a few breaths. Find your way back to your warrior two. Release your hands down. Let your feet become parallel. Inhale to sweep your hands to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Remember, you can always grab a block and bring it to the center of the mat to support your upper body here in this fold. Allow the crown of your head to just dangle toward the earth. Take a moment to surrender into this space. Bowing to the light within, the light without. Walk your hands all the way forward, as far forward as you can reach. Tip your tailbone toward the sky and exhale to melt your heart, stretching out your mid-back. And then walk your hands back, reaching them through your legs, really letting your upper back round. Let the crown of your head dangle toward the earth. And come back to center. Walk your hands toward your left foot and turn that left foot to face the short side of the mat. Exhale, roll your body all the way up, blossoming out. So we're going to find Vira 2 with that left foot forward, left knee bent. Flip your left hand to face the sky. Inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale, left hand or left elbow to that knee, reach your right arm long. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling. Find your way back to your warrior 2. Let's find a few of those sun breaths. Inhaling, opening up to the sky. Exhale, draw all that energy down into your heart. 2 more times. Both hands to heart center. Release your hands down, straighten your left knee. Let your left foot face forward. Now, real quick, we're going to change our feet. Tip your heels in so that your feet are now at a 45-degree angle. Bend your knees, sinking down for high yoga squat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to sink. Inhaling, opening. And exhale, last time through that sun breath. Inhale, sweep your hands to the sky. Exhaling, everything draws into center. Inhaling, feeling that sun. On this next exhale, just draw your hands to heart center and step together. Make your way all the way down to your mat and take a seat. From here, we'll draw that left heel in toward our bodies. Extend your right leg nice and long. Turn your heart to face your right foot. Now from here, create length. Inhale, extend those arms. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Bowing forward, your fingertips will find a home somewhere. So that might be your shin or your thigh, maybe your foot. Inhale to create length along your spine. And exhale, bow into the space you've created. Gently roll your way back up to seated. Draw that right knee in and plant your right foot out in front of you. So we're going to move into a seated twist here. You can leave your right foot where it is, or if you'd like, you can also bring that foot to the outside of your left knee. If you choose that option for your seated twist, you want both feet touching down, hips are touching down as well. And if they're not, just bring your foot back to center. Sweep your right hand down to the mat at the base of your spine, plant your palm, roll your shoulder back and down, press into that hand, feel nice and tall. Inhale, reach your left arm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and over and down. Now, maybe that left elbow comes to the knee, maybe that left hand finds the knee, and we begin to turn our heart toward the back of the room. Release, sweep your hands over to the left, plant your fingertips, let your spine curve. And make your way back up to seated. Let's switch it out. Tuck that right heel in. Extend your left leg nice and long. So turn your heart toward your left foot. Inhale, create plenty of space. Exhale, bow forward. Again, wherever your hands land is fine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling to soften. And we just try to keep our backs as flat as we can, letting our hearts reach toward our toes. Gently roll your way all the way back up to seated. Draw your left foot into center. So again, you have choices. You can stay exactly as you are, or you can take that left foot and put it on the outside of the right knee. Again, checking in that we want to be rooted through our glutes and our feet if we choose that option. If you'd like to, sweep your left hand down to the mat at the base of your spine. Roll your left shoulder back and down and press into that palm. Inhale, sweep your right hand to the sky. Exhale, turn. Drawing that right elbow to the knee or maybe the right hand to the knee. And then every inhale creates a little more length. Every exhale, we soften into that twist just a little bit more. And come back to center. Sweep your hands over to the right. Plant your fingertips and curve your spine. Come back to center. Roll your way all the way down onto your back. Draw your knees in. And just a little bit of rocking from side to side again. Massage your lower back on the mat. Come to stillness at the center. Open your arms out to either side. Drop your knees off to your right hand side and turn your head to look to the left. Now we want to try to let the earth hold us here. So if you find that your feet or your knees are floating, try to let them come down to the mat. And if that's too much, just float that left foot free, plant the foot, and let the right side open. We want to feel nice and relaxed here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your knees off to the left and turn your head to look to the right. Again, let the earth support you, let it hold you. And if you find that you're floating a little bit, that right foot is up a little high, just plant your right foot and let your knee point toward the sky. Inhale to come back to center, to stillness. If there is any additional movement, any stretch, anything at all that you would like to feel, take a moment to enjoy that sensation. So maybe it's a little more back massage, maybe it's an inversion or another twist, or finding your toes for happy baby, but whatever would feel really good, that's what you put right here in this space. And then gently begin to make your way toward your Shavasana, remembering that you have options. So you can lie flat on your back with your heels nice and wide, palms facing the sky. If this causes discomfort in your lower back, you can bend your knees and plant your feet the distance of the width of the mat, and then let your knees fall together. And just let your bones support you. You're also welcome to take seated meditation, really, whatever would feel good but allows your body to rest. So take a moment right here to consciously soften all of the places where your body is connecting to the earth. Breathe in all of that wonderful spring energy around you today. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes and your forehead. If you find that you end up drawn into a thought cycle, just come back to the feeling of your breath moving in your body. And then let go and float. Allow your breath to create space within your body. Begin to find some little movements of your fingertips and your toes, just bringing you back to this day, to this time. Point your toes away and reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice deep breath in, full body stretch. And then exhale. Draw your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Eventually find your way all the way over onto your right side and just curl into the posture of the sleeping child. Cradle your head on your right arm. Just let it all go. And here in this space that you have created, come back to your intention one more time. Just breathe in that energy. Let it fill you up. And then whenever you are ready and you feel your practice is complete, use your hands to help press yourself up to a nice, easy seated position. Draw your hands to heart center and close your eyes. We will close our practice with a round of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, a prayer for peace. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right, let me stop the recording.